You two snuggled in? Asked Hakim, his voice a low rumble like distant thunder. His daughter Zara nodded, pulling her blanket to her chin. Tell us a true story, Papa. A real adventure. Hakim chuckled. All right, a true adventure it is. His son, Leo, who was in the bottom bunk, popped his head up. Is it about pirates? Or treasure? It is about treasure, Leo, Hakim said. The greatest treasure ever found. It all started 100 years ago, with a man named Howard and a promise. This man, Howard, searched for years in the hot Egyptian desert. He was looking for the secret tomb of a boy who was king long, long ago. A king named Tutankhamun. Zara whispered the name Tutankhamun. It sounded like a magic spell. Finally, Hakim continued, he found a hidden door. He made a tiny hole, held up a candle, and peered inside. His friend asked, "Can you see anything?" And Howard whispered back, "Yes, wonderful things." "What was in there, Papa?" asked Leo. "Everything," said Hakim. Golden chariots that glittered like the sun. Beds shaped like lions. Statues with wise, calm eyes. And more than 5,000 other treasures, all waiting in the dark for 3,000 years. "But here's the sad part of the story," Hakim said softly. Zara's smile faded. "What happened? The wonderful things were separated. The most famous treasures, like the king's golden mask, were put in a museum for everyone to see, but thousands of other pieces were packed away in dusty boxes and stored in dark rooms." "They were hidden away?" Leo asked, sounding disappointed. "For 100 years, Hakim confirmed. Imagine a beautiful pair of the king's sandals, decorated with tiny beads. They were put in a box and left all alone, unseen, for a whole century. But remember I told you about a promise." Hakim's voice grew bright again. People decided it was time to fix things. They built a new, magnificent museum, a giant palace of glass called the Grand Egyptian Museum. Their promise was to bring all of King Tutankhamun's treasures back together. So they went to the dark storerooms and found the lonely old boxes. They carefully took out the fragile sandals. Special doctors for art, called conservators, worked for months and months, cleaning every tiny bead and mending the delicate leather, making them strong and beautiful again. "Did they do that for all the 5,000 treasures?" asked Zara, her eyes wide. "For every single one," said Hakim. Each forgotten treasure was brought out into the light, cleaned and repaired, getting ready for the big reunion. "And now," Hakim said, pulling out his tablet to show them a picture, "the promise is fulfilled. The beautiful sandals are no longer in a dusty box. They are in a bright case in the new museum, right next to the golden chariots and the lion beds. For the first time in over 3,000 years, all of the Boy King's wonderful things are together again," Hakim finished. "Wow," whispered Zara. "Can we go, Papa? Can we go see the reunited treasure?" Hakim smiled. "That's the end of this story, and the beginning of our next adventure. Now, sleep tight.